How's it going, everybody? And we're back with another beatbox reaction video. And today we have two more videos inside of one here. Both of these artists that I am going to react to here are from Japan. They are YAMORI and Ray. They're both on the Swiss Beatbox YouTube channel. And I believe this is an event kind of thing that Swiss Beatbox has been doing. They've been representing and showcasing a bunch of artists from countries weekly, I believe. I haven't really been watching much of Swiss Beatbox lately. But I think this is what they've been doing as of recently, kind of showcasing like individual talents from various countries. So this week, obviously, they're doing Japanese ones, and I thought, wow, I really like the talent from Japan in particular when it comes to the beatbox scene, and two of these artists in particular really wowed me from the recent Japanese All-Star Cup competition that happened, I believe 3 or 4 months ago. If any of you guys who are watching this video watch my live streams, I did an entire live stream dedicated to reacting to all of those battles from the Japanese All-Star Cup competition. It is still on my YouTube channel if you guys are interested to see that. But yeah, a lot of crazy stuff coming out of that competition, and two of these guys in particular really stood out to me. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what these guys came up with for, I guess, as a shout out, I assume. I wouldn't be surprised. Swiss Beatbox is very known for shout out videos, so I'm assuming that this kind of trajectory that they've been taking with these videos are still in the vein of shout outs, so I'm going to assume that. So anyway, guys, if you want to check out these kind of videos that Swiss Beatbox has been doing, link will be in the description. And without further ado, let's get right into these videos.
Hello, my name is Ray from Japan, and this is big shout out to Swiss Beatbox, Peponi, and Kaji. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, that is exactly why I wanted to watch this video in particular of him and YAMORI, because yeah, this is exactly the same kind of energy that he brought to the Japanese All-Star Cup a few months back. This crazy kind of new style that we're not really used to hearing. Yeah, really like developed into his own there. Yeah, I think the standout there, obviously, we heard the post-snare before, but the fact that he was able to kind of layer sounds inside of the post-snare itself was absolutely insane. That kind of like unique like flow that he had throughout the entire shout out there, it's stuff like that you never really hear before, really. It's so awesome hearing all these like newer beatboxers coming into the scene and having like their own kind of style developed right from the get-go. You know, obviously borrowing sounds that we've heard before, but that's just a thing, a given, you know. It's impossible to have your own kind of style with all unique sounds. That's just like way too complex to do, I think. But yeah, the style in itself is like stuff we never really heard before, and it's really awesome and exciting to hear Ray beatboxing like that. So anyway, guys, one more artist here. Obviously, we mentioned it before. Let's get right into the video.
Yo, this is YAMORI from Japan, and this is my big shout out to my friend Peponi and SwissBeatbox.com. Remember me, fresh out black and white, the movie. Every screen, what you realize now to be what's a mystery.
Yeah.
知らないまま甘い言葉聞かせて
So clean, man.
Wow. Thank you. ありがとう. Peace.
God. Oh my god. Yeah. Look at like the contrast of like two of these artists and how different they are in their styles. Oh my god, absolutely mind-blowing. Whew. Yeah, guys, so still I'm kind of speechless, but we'll just roll with it anyway. YAMORI, absolutely insane. Probably one of the most clean and well-structured beatboxers coming into the scene as of recently that we've heard, I think, in my opinion. Just the Japanese scene in general has been progressing at such a rapid pace. You know, I say that sometimes in videos, but it's absolutely true. For like the solo beatboxing, even the loop station a bit, but I think there's a king of the loop station currently right now that's not in Japan. But when it comes to solo beatboxing, I think the Japanese scene is progressing at such a crazy rapid pace. Is absolutely mind-blowing. If you're not paying attention to it, I definitely recommend to watch some of the newer content that's coming out of this scene in particular. If you're a beatbox fan, you love beatboxing, just watch the Japanese beatboxers coming into the scene and all the content from that scene today. It's just mind-blowing stuff, and this is just a very small snippet, only 2 artists out of many that are kind of making a name for themselves over there. But yeah, and that second routine that YAMORI came in with, you know, that's something that he did at that event that I mentioned earlier, the Japanese All-Star Cup. That was recent. It just transitioned so effortlessly, and it's just because of his style, like how much attention he pays to the cleanliness and the structure. It just pays off, and he's able to kind of replicate that regardless of the environment that he's in. So really amazing stuff from both these guys, Ray, YAMORI. Absolutely crazy beatboxers in the scene, in the Japanese scene today, and they're going to make a name for themselves, I think, overseas very soon, especially with the Grand Beatbox Battle coming up in 2023. I'm assuming both these guys are going to put their names out for a wild card. If they make it or not, who knows, but they'll be there regardless, possibly doing a shout out, so they'll get recognition either way, I think. So excited to see what these guys do in the future. And I had something else I wanted to say, but it's kind of slipping me, and we'll just leave it there, I guess. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed these videos, you know, I have it always in the description. Swiss Beatbox been going a different direction lately, but they're coming out with some great content for all these different artists all across the world. If you guys are a fan of that, definitely feel free to check out their channel, all the videos they've been doing over there. Link is in my description. If you like my video, leave a like and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you guys in the next Beatbox reaction video.